What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, welcoming you back to another Sun and Moon news video. Now today I just woke up, I showered, and I saw a trailer that Pokemon had put out the Japanese, it's only in Japanese right now, but I mean, you guys gotta go watch it, link is in the description. It is filled with new Pokemon. Now before we jump into this, I believe this was originally supposed to be released on July 1st. It's July 1st over there, I think. I'm not good with time zones, but it was originally supposed to get released tomorrow. I'm assuming they'll show something at Nationals, because I know the Pokemon Nationals are starting tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or Saturday? It's one of the two. Maybe it's only Saturday, Sunday event. I can't even remember. I think it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think they'll show something at Nationals tomorrow, the English version of it. But we have, of course, thanks to Cerebi, good old Cerebi, we have the translations of the names and the typings and all that fun stuff. Not everything is known about these new Pokemon. We know how they look and we know their names, which is kind of enough for me to make a video because I believe there's like 6 or 7 new Pokemon. So we're going to jump right into it and start showing the Pokemon over here. Remember, if you guys are excited for Sun and Moon news, please show some Shady love, step thumbs down below. But more importantly than that, get involved in the discussion in the comment section. This is going to be a very controversial video, I feel, because well, let's just take a look at the Pokemon and you'll see why. So the first Pokemon that we're going to go over is Charjabug. Charjabug. As you guys can guess, it is bug electric. It is charged. We don't know its ability. We know nothing about it. The only thing we know is that its known move is Spark. Now, when I saw this, I immediately thought this is the Grubbin evolution. Has to be the Grubbin evolution. There's no way it's not. And what I'll do right now is I'll throw up Grubbin and Charjabug next to each other. You guys can see they have similarities. They both have this going on. They have these little things right here. Ow. They both have the 2 dots on the backside of their body, which for me confirms, they haven't confirmed it yet, but it confirms to me that this is going to be our, Caterpie. This is going to be our Wurmple. This is Grubbin, Charjabug, and then there is one more evolution we'll see in a second. But Charjabug's design, I really hate it. I'm not going to lie. I don't like it at all. It's not good. I don't think it's good. Maybe I'm just being ignorant. I guess it kind of looks like a battery and a bug, which makes sense. It's an electric bug type, so I shouldn't hate on it too much. But when you see it in game, if you guys check out the trailer, you'll see why. Maybe you disagree. That's totally fine. For me, this design doesn't do much for me. It doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't do much. It doesn't really remind me too much of a bug. It definitely reminds me more of a battery pack, which I guess is what they were going for. So that's fine, I guess. But it's definitely not getting me excited. It's nowhere near like Young Goose. When Young Goose was revealed, freaking, I lost my mind. Honestly, all the previous Pokemon designs, Iwanko, Nekakola, oh my gosh, Nekoala, and Pikipek, I loved all of those Pokemon. I thought they were fantastic designs. They were so strong. Like, that was their best design so far. And then we have this, Charjabug. So I was like, okay, all right. So we're gonna go into what I believe to be, actually not what I believe to be. The trailer confirms that this is Charjabug's evolution, Vikavolt. Vikavolt is a cool looking mosquito type Pokemon. And the only known move that we know it has right now is Zap Cannon, which is awesome that a bug type Pokemon has a Zap Cannon, which, I mean, Zap Cannon, of course, we think is a bad move because it's 50% accurate, but it's 50% accurate and 100% of the time paralyzes. So it's just like using Thunder Wave and Thunder in the same move. You know what I'm saying? But it evolves from Charjabug, and this is why I believe that Grubbin is the pre-evolution to Charjabug, because we had discussed in the last video that Grubbin likes to hang around by electric. Where was it? Grubbin loves electricity, which is why it can be found near power plants and substations. So I believe that's why it turns into Charjabug and then Vikavolt. Just makes sense. It was in the description. They look the same. They have the dots, and now they confirmed already in the video that Charjabug evolves into Vikavolt, which the name is okay. The design for this Pokemon is rather good. I would say that I'm pretty happy with this design because it has like a sleek feel, which is like, you know, electric and steel should feel pretty sleek, I think. And not always, of course, we have Pikachu, which is like the original electric Pokemon, but as the generations have gone on, I've understood why electric has gotten this sleek look to it most of the time, or a lot of the time. So, like design, pretty cool. The blue kind of comes out of left field besides the blue eyes, but I don't mind color changes in palettes. I don't think colors always have to look the same. Although, like, I have to admit, when I think about like Gen 1 and even Gen 2, color palettes never change that drastically. Or I shouldn't say never. Very rarely do they change that ever drastically. Vulpix looked like Ninetales. Well, they had the same tails, different color palette. That was a terrible example. Growlithe looked like Arcanine. Bulbasaur looked like Venusaur. Charizard looked like Charmander looked like Charizard. Of course, Charmeleon color palette change was awesome because it was right in the middle and I really loved it, but it is what it is. It's fine, but this design is not the worst. Charjabug was really bottom tier for me when it comes to design. The next Pokemon we're gonna go over is Drampa which is a normal dragon. It might be our first normal dragon. Nope. Maybe? I think it might be. We know that its ability is Frenzy. So it has the ability Frenzy, and the only move we know that we've seen it use in the trailer is Dragon Breath. So really funky design. He looks like, I don't know, man. He looks like he's straight out of like Dragon Tales or Pete the Dragon's little cousin. I don't know. It's okay. It's not the worst, but I kind of like that it looks really goofy. This design is probably my favorite out of the few. I like it more than Vikavolt, because I just think it's so hilarious. Like, that neck is so long. You already know that he's going to evolve into some crazy dragon. And look at his pink eyes. I don't get it. The pink eyes denote to me that he might be fairy or psychic type. But I don't know. Maybe he'll be dragon psychic. Do we have any dragon psychics? We don't. That would be freaking awesome if we got a dragon psychic type. It's the weak point of Hydreigon. Like, it loses to Hydreigon every time. But I would kind of like it. That'd be cool. But yeah, really like the design, super solid. Only things we know about it is the normal dragon, ability Frenzy, and the normal move Dragon Breath. The next Pokemon that got released, or the next one we're going to discuss, I should say, is Bruxish. Bruxish. When I saw this Pokemon, I was like, you did it, Game Freak, you did it. You're giving me Water Fairy. I know this is Water Fairy. It's got to be Water Fairy. Look at those lips. Water Psychic. So, still let down a little bit, and then I kind of turned off for this Pokemon. The only known move it has is Psy Wave, and the ability is Dazzle. So, another ability that we just don't know about. So, hopefully when the English information gets released tomorrow, they'll give us the information of what these abilities are, because these are new abilities. Dazzle, Frenzy, and the other one was, that was it, I think. Dazzle and Frenzy were the two abilities that I don't think they're brand new abilities, folks. So really excited to see what they are. I wonder what Dazzle's gonna be. If you guys have any theories or any thoughts on these new abilities, what you think they're gonna be, let me know in the comment section below. What would Frenzy be for Drampa? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to see the new abilities. I'm more excited about the competitive aspect of the game, like the abilities and the moves and stuff, than I am just like, oh, new Pokemon. Like, I want to see more of those, which is really awesome. We're seeing at least 2 more of those with these Pokemon. Bruxish, Water Psychic, we don't know much about it. It looks like it's probably going to be like the basic water Pokemon of the game. If it evolves, I'll be happy. Something tells me it's not going to, but if it does, I'd be happy. I really don't like its design. It literally is ugly. Like, this fish is ugly, but I know that like a lot of fish are ugly in real life, so it makes sense. But this fish is really ugly. Like, the colors don't even look good together. They don't. I don't like them. I mean, maybe you like it. I don't. I'm not a huge fan of Bruxish. The next Pokemon, which I'm gonna go ahead and say is really well designed. Cutiefly. Terrible name. Not a terrible name, it's just pretty basic. Like, I mean, I feel like with Cutiefly, they went into a kindergarten class and they showed a picture and said, what is this? And they were like, oh, it's a cute fly. It's a little cute fly. Because they don't really know that it's got a little mosquito horn, a little mosquito needle. It's a little cute fly. All right, Cutiefly, got it. Its Japanese name is Aburi. So I actually would probably always call mine Aburi instead. It sounds a lot better than Cutiefly in my opinion, but it's a bug fairy type, which is really cool. I get excited when I see the fairy type getting spread around. I don't know why. I think fairy type is not broken, but it is one of the best types, and I like seeing it put around, especially on a bad type like bug, because bug is just a bad typing in my opinion. It's weak to, what is it weak to? At least 3 things off the top of my head, probably more if I think harder. It's weak to fire, rocks, flying. Is that it? Might be it. Whatever. You know what? I still don't like it. I still don't like it. Doesn't it resist ground though? It's weak to rock. Did I say that? I probably did. Oh man, it's too early. The known move it has is Fairy Wind. We don't know its ability though. Cutiefly, I mean, like I said, it's a well-designed Pokemon. It's a small, cute fly. There's really nothing else to say about it. It's got 4 little ball legs, and that's about it. I like its eyes. Its eyes remind me of Vivian a lot. I think Vivian has, well, they're both bugs, so it makes sense they keep a similar design. The next Pokemon is Togedemaru. That's the Japanese name. That's the US name apparently. Togedemaru. That is a mouthful. Togedemaru. Yep. It is the basic. It looks like Pikachu's cousin again. Like, it's like the Dedenne. I want to like get Pikachu, Dedenne, and Togedemaru all together. Pachirisu can go in there too. All these electric types. But what's cool, and I'm saying cool, but this Pokemon is Electric Steel, which is cool, but it's not at the same time because it's 4 times weak to ground. I don't know the last Electric Steel Pokemon we've had since Magnezone. I feel like there may have not been any, but I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comment section below. I'm probably wrong about that, but its ability is Lightning Rod, which is really cool. Once again, we're gonna see maybe something useful in VGC. We saw Pachirisu in 2013, or was it 2014? One of the two, 2014. And maybe we'll see Togedemaru in VGC for 2017. Who knows? But that's all we know. Lightning Rod, it's Electric Steel, and its no move is Discharge. Design-wise, you know what? It's cool. They did what they needed to do. It's Pikachu's cousin. It's round. It's gonna evolve. It better evolve. Please don't be like Pachirisu and don't evolve. I don't be like Dedenne and don't evolve. It's gonna be like one of those, isn't it? It probably is gonna be like one of those and not evolve. So they can't do that. They can't do that because the Game Freak needs to, or Pokemon, whoever makes that decision, needs to let most of these Pokemon evolve. I'm tired of little dippy basic Pokemon existing and not evolving. I'm sorry, I am. I don't mind non-Pokemon. Like Tauros is a great Pokemon. Looks awesome. What's the 6th gen Pokemon that didn't evolve? I can only think of Dedenne right now. I don't know why. Can't think of anything else. Whatever. Like, most of the Pokemon evolved in 6th gen, I believe. So, I'm probably wrong about that too. Besides legendaries, of course. But those are the Pokemon that aren't supposed to evolve. Those are the Pokemon that aren't supposed to progress because they're already top tier. They're legendary. Like, they have arrived. So, they're not supposed to evolve. This Pokemon better evolve. The final Pokemon that we're going to talk about is Tapu Koko. Now, if that name sounds familiar, it's because it was mentioned in a previous trailer by the Guardian of the Island. Oh my gosh, why is his name slipping my mind? I can't think of his name. What is going on? I know Professor Queequeg, but it's not Professor Queequeg that takes care of him. That's the only name I can think of right now. What's the old man's name? Whatever. You guys know Old Man Jenkins with the rope around his belt that I originally thought was going to be the professor, but it turns out the good-looking guy is Professor. I can't believe he's not listed on Cerebi as one of the characters. Like they have Lunala, Hero, Professor Queequeg, Hau, and Lily, and they don't have Old Man Jenkins. Anyway, Old Man Jenkins, if you guys watch the trailer, you'll see that he actually, it seems like he calls down Tapu Koko. Maybe after the battle that the hero has with Hau. I'm not sure. But his design is pretty wicked. I like this design for sure. I guess the only designs I really didn't like were Charjabug, Bruxish, Cutiefly was like acceptable, and then Togedemaru was acceptable. They didn't get me excited. That's what I was saying. Nothing got me excited. Even this design doesn't get me excited, but I'm like, wow, actually it kind of does. It has a very Hawaiian feel. You know what? It has a very Hawaiian feel. Shady Lady and I are actually going to Hawaii for our honeymoon now, so I'm really excited. More Hawaii stuff coming out. But this Pokemon's really cool. It is Electric Fairy. Tapu Koko is Electric Fairy, which leads me to believe because there's also all these electric Pokemon on this island. So this is kind of the core of the video I wanted to get to, like the theory about some of the things I was thinking about while I was watching this trailer. So a lot of the Pokemon we've seen revealed, besides the fish and besides the dragon, have been like either normal, like basic, electric. We have a lot of electric Pokemon, or we have what do you call it? Fairy. We have the fact that Cutiefly is Bug Fairy. Tapu Koko is Electric Fairy. So its ability is Eleki Maker, which basically makes electric terrain automatically happen. So that's pretty cool because the terrain moves didn't see much play because no one wants to waste a turn doing them, but maybe they'll find utilization by having them as abilities. Tapu Koko though, like I was saying before, if your name sounds familiar, it's because he was the guardian of the island, that Old Man Jenkins. I can't remember his name. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. We're going to call him Oldie. But Oldie had mentioned that this was the guardian of the island. Now, I think personally that this island is going to have a lot more electric type Pokemon on it. And a lot of the Pokemon we've already seen are from that first island. But there's 3 more islands with 3 more guardians. And I think that each guardian is going to be blank fairy. Blank fairy. And whatever typing they are, we're going to see a majority of those Pokemon follow suit. That's kind of just a small theory that I have on it. Maybe they won't be blank, but I really do think they're all gonna be blank fairy. I think the Guardians are going to actually, like, remember the Guardians of the Lake were called the fairy Pokemon? I think that's what they were called. Now these are actually going to be fairy Guardians. That's my theory. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you guys agree, disagree, whatever have you. I can't believe I talked for 14 minutes about this. Oh my gosh. But that's it. 7 designs. Let me know what your favorite and least favorite design was in the comment section below. And of course, let me know about Tapu Koko and the island theory about having the Guardian, all the Guardians be fairy, and then have the other typing be changing. I think that I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna do because it makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed, don't forget to show some shady love to that thumbs up down below. I'm gonna get the heckles out of here. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.